And in this infographic segment, I would like to present to you some data about non-performing loan trend in Indonesia and the world. The first data will be about non-performing loan ratio in Indonesian banks. From January to August 2019, let's see the percentage of the performing loan. In January, 2.56%, and February increased a little bit to 2.59%, and the trend was quite fluctuative. And in August 2019, the ratio of non-performing loan increased to the level of 2.66%. This one is taken from the Financial Services Authority data 2019. According to some studies, the main causes of NPLs are high interest rate, low GDP, poor credit appraisal, inflation, and then unemployment and improper lending. NPL have negative impact on the economy and financial institutions. Being considered as the main reason of non-performing loan, Bank of Indonesia implementing some strategies to lower the credit rate. What about the trend of benchmark rate cut in Indonesia by Bank of Indonesia? Let's see the next data. This is Bank of Indonesia 7 days reverse repo rate trend. In a percentage from January to October 2019. From January to June 2019, the Bank of Indonesia 7 days reverse repo rate was on the level of 6%, but the trend was keep decreasing. July 5.71%, August 5.5%, September 5.25%, and October until today, the Indonesia or Bank of Indonesia's 7 days reverse repo rate is in the level of 5%. Bank of Indonesia had cut its 7 days reverse repo rate 4 times gradually, each cut as much as 25 basis points. The cut resulted the current benchmark rate is 5%. Such benchmark rate cut intended to give stimulus for the growth of domestic economy amidst global economic slowdown. But aggressive benchmark rate cut not automatically followed by bank credit rate. Such reality causing business players reluctant to propose loan credit. Towards this, government had asked banks to also cut their credit rate so business players can expand their business and give significant contribution to Indonesia economic growth. Domestic economy dynamics had caused the fluctuation of non-performing loan ratio. To see the trend of NPL in some countries, let's see the next graphic. This is NPL ratio comparison between countries in Asia. It seems like India held as the country with the highest NPL or non-performing loan ratio compared to other country. Indonesia in the second position, 3.2%, Thailand 3.1%, the Philippines 3.1%, Malaysia 2%, and Singapore 1.4%. This one is taken from Bank of Indonesia's data in 2017. Based on the non-performing and restructured loan combined, India has nearly as high an NPL ratio as the debt-troubled countries in Southern Europe. Major economies like Germany, the UK, and the US have the ratio of less than 2%. Even more wrongly, the situation in India was or has worsened steadily over the past 3 years. Not only does India have a comparatively high NPL ratio, but bureaucratic procedures also make the NPL resolution process lengthy. On average, it takes more than 4 years for the bad loans to be resolved, and the recovery rate is less than 30%. Beside India, we have another country with the biggest non-performing loan in the world. Who are they? Let's see the next data. This is the countries with the highest NPL ratio in the world. Central African Republic, 23.2%, Equatorial Guinea, 28.4%, Cyprus, 40.2%, Greece, 45.6%, and Ukraine, 54.5%. Non-performing loans are a burden for both lender and borrower. They contract credit supply, distort allocation of credit, worsen market confidence, and slow economic growth. The huge amount of NPL will accelerate the operating cost of the bank, which will increase the lending rates. This scenario will make it difficult for the good borrowers to get loans at reasonable rates. This might also result in borrowers not getting loans due to liquidity crunch. What are the main sectors that contributed a huge number in Indonesia's non-performing loan ratio? Let's check the next data. This is the sectors with the highest NPL ratio contribution to Indonesia's NPL ratio. The first one is trade sector, mining sector, and construction sector. This one is taken from Bank of Indonesia's data year 2018. The non-performing loan ratio in Indonesia's mining and excavation sector has risen drastically over the past years. Moreover, there seems few room for an improvement of the NPL ratio in this sector on the short term because mining and excavation companies are expected to remain amid tough conditions in the remainder of the year. The NPL ratio is a key indicator for measuring bad loans. One of the hope of NPL ratio improvement in this sector is the inclining price of commodities. By that, mining companies can obtain extra revenue that will help them to disburse the loan. And that's it for today's infographic presentation. Stay tuned on Market Headline.